Hey, oh my. I love this setup. Wanted to come on live today and do a quick video and talk about love in my design. And let's take a look at what that looks like. So I'm going to pull up my chart and we're going to look at one aspect of my human design. And then from there, maybe engage in some conversation. If there are some people that are watching it live, or if you're leaving a comment, I can go back in and answer any questions that you have. Let's take a look. So, for those of you that might be new to human design and are wondering what human design is, it is what we refer to as a newer modality that utilizes all of these ancient technologies. And it's really fucking cool. Excuse my language. So here's my chart. And this video will be pretty short, but I want to just pinpoint some key areas of a key area of my chart today. And I'll come back and I'll do this again tomorrow and talking about my experience being in love and being in past relationships as a result of the design that I have. If you don't know me, love and relationships is like one of my favorite topics. And so that in business, it's so much fun for me. So let's take a look. So as you can see, there are 9 centers in human design, and I have 5 of the 9 that are undefined or they're white. So the centers are the shapes here on the chart. And when you look, I want to draw your attention to one area specifically. This is called the G center. And the G center is part of the chart that is responsible for our experience of love and identity and direction. And typically, I won't say typically, much of the world has a defined G center or even an undefined G center. So meaning it's colored in where there is at least one of these numbers, which are called gates, one of the gates that are defined. But there are a small percentage of us that have an undefined V center. What I like in this too is really the definition of being a free spirit. We are people that I experience myself as being very free and open. I do not have a set identity, as in, like, whenever you come across me, whether it's today or you've known me for years, Ameenah is this one way. I'm very free in my being, and I love having an open G. And what that looks like is that I experience myself as fitting in really anywhere and everywhere I go. I never am at a party or gathering or situation where I'm like, I feel out of place. I feel very at home with myself and everywhere I go because of the fluidity that my open V center provides. Now, what does this mean in a relationship? Let's talk about it. And it is a topic for you, my goodness. Those of us that have an open G center or even an undefined G center with at least one gate that is defined or colored in, we have a tendency, and it's part of the brilliance of our design, we have a tendency to really see the maximum potential in a person. And this maximum potential is something that we're always like aware of and like even feeding into and sometimes enabling. And I look back at many relationships. And when I am honest with myself, I recognize that I was in that relationship based off of the potential of that person versus who they actually were at the time that we met. And does this work for me or does it not work for me? And so the brilliance of understanding that this is a part of my design, that I get to look at where I am right now in a moment and the person that I'm even connecting with as a friend or other, and say, does this person align with my values? Am I satisfied with who they are showing up to be right now? And could I be happy with the person that I am seeing a year from now, 10 years from now, lifetime later? And that is gold. I promise you, that is tremendous relationshiping gold, understanding that, like, because of my openness and because of how I'm designed, I have a tendency to lean in towards people like, oh my God, if they just did this, and um if they just took this class, or if they just read this book, that they would become, versus who they are in the exact moment. So, I hope this makes sense to you. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts, anything that's coming up for you. Maybe you have your human design chart and you want to look at your G center and see, do I also have this thing? And once you find this out, let me know in the comments if you are an open G person as well, or undefined G or a defined G. Would love to chat more about it. All right, darlings, I will be back doing more of this series a bit later. I hope this was informative, and talk to you soon.